Have you ever really wondered what separates a flash-in-the-pan success from a fortune that lasts for generations? Here's the secret. It's not luck, and it's definitely not just having one great idea. It's all about a specific set of timeless skills. So, let's dive in and really unpack the blueprint for building real, enduring wealth.
And we're going to kick things off with this absolute truth from Asim Gupta. We're always told to go find that one big million-dollar idea. But the reality? Wealth isn't attracted to just concepts, it's drawn to competence. True mastery, that's the real engine of fortune.
Right. So this is the big question, isn't it? This is what we're here to figure out. We're actually going to build a framework, layer by layer, to reveal the fundamental skills that don't just survive economic shifts, they're the skills that actually create them.
And it all has to start here, at the foundation. Before you build anything that's meant to last, you need the right mindset. You have to learn how to think like a strategist. And trust me, this isn't just another skill. It's basically the architecture of foresight.
The absolute bedrock of that strategic mindset is critical thinking. So what is it really? Well, one of our sources just nails the definition. It's that ability to step back from all the emotion and noise, see a problem for what it truly is, and make calls that are 100% aligned with where you actually want to go.
Okay, so that sounds great in theory, right? But how do you, actually get good at it? This isn't something that just happens by accident. It's a discipline you have to actively practice.
Here's a really simple, powerful framework. First up, be observant. Don't just see what's in front of you. Look for the gaps, the things nobody else is seeing. Second, you have to be relentlessly curious. Question everything, especially the core assumptions in your industry. And third, and this one's a big one, stay open. The biggest breakthroughs almost always come from a perspective you hadn't even considered.
And this just perfectly shows the difference it makes. On one side, you've got the average entrepreneur. They're reactive, they're chasing the latest shiny object, and they confuse being busy with making real progress. But the strategist? Totally different. They're proactive. They study deep patterns, human behavior, market cycles, and they position themselves for what they know is coming.
Netflix is the ultimate case study here. They didn't just cling to their super successful DVD by mail business, they saw the undercurrents, right? They saw the fundamental shift in how we were all going to consume media, and they went all in on streaming before it was even a safe bet. That, right there, is strategy in action, seeing the invisible and having the guts to bet on it.
Okay, so once you have that strategic foundation, what's next? Well, let's move up to the next layer, the engine. This is where you get the operational skills to actually build a machine that creates and delivers value, predictably, and at a massive scale.
Just think about McDonald's for a second. Their secret sauce isn't a better burger, it's a flawless system. Every single action is choreographed for consistency, for speed. They built a machine that guarantees you get the exact same experience whether you're in New York or Nairobi. That's how you scale to infinity.
And a core part of that machine is, of course, marketing. This quote just reframes the whole goal perfectly. The great companies, they don't just sell products. Nike doesn't sell sneakers. They sell the feeling of victory, of pushing your limits, of just do it.
And this is the key difference, right here. Average marketing shouts. It interrupts people. It begs for a second of their time. But great marketing, it whispers. It weaves itself into your customer's own story, their own values. And by doing that, it earns their affection and makes them feel completely understood.
So you might think that the words you use, the copywriting, is everything. But check this out. This breakdown from successful founders is a huge reality check. A whopping 80% of your success comes down to just two things: finding the right audience and making them an irresistible offer. Your copy, your clever words, that's just the final 20%. A strategist gets the audience and the offer right first.
And this flows right into the art of persuasion. The best sales process never feels like you're being sold to. It's really about listening so deeply that the customer feels totally and completely seen. When you get that right, the sale isn't some transaction. It just becomes the most logical, self-affirming next step for them to take.
All right, so you've got the foundation. You've built the engine. Now, how do you multiply your efforts? This third layer is all about creating leverage so your impact can grow way beyond what you can do on your own. And the number one multiplier is leadership. Just look at what Satya Nadella did at Microsoft. He didn't just change a few strategies, he changed the entire culture. By shifting the company from a know-it-all attitude to a learn-it-all curiosity, he unlocked the creativity of thousands of people at once. Culture is the ultimate force multiplier.
The second multiplier is a big one: negotiation. See, most people see it as a battle, a fight to grab the biggest slice of the pie. But the masters, they see it as a design process. Their goal isn't just to take value, it's to work together to create a much bigger pie for everyone involved. That's how you build partnerships that actually last.
And finally, networking. But hold on, not in the way you're probably thinking. This isn't about how many business cards you can collect. It's about quality over quantity. The real goal is to become a connector of minds, to create an entire ecosystem where great people and great ideas can find each other and amplify one another.
Okay, we've made it to the top of our pyramid, the apex. This is the crucial final step where you strategically convert the success you've built in your business into secure, lasting, personal wealth.
This all starts with how you allocate resources. Jeff Bezos wasn't just focused on next quarter's earnings report. He was investing heavily in things that he knew would dominate a decade from now. That long-term thinking is what turned an internal tool, AWS, into Amazon's biggest profit engine. That is a wealth-building mindset.
And at the end of the day, all of this work, all these skills, they're all meant to answer this one deeply personal question. Are you building a structure that gives you true security, real peace of mind? This is the moment you transition from just running a business to building a life.
And to get there, you need a concrete plan, not just a vague hope. The best framework for this is setting SMART goals. This just means getting super specific about what you want, making it measurable so you know if you're winning, keeping it attainable but still ambitious, making sure it's relevant to your life, and finally, making it time-bound by giving it a deadline. A wish with a plan, now that's a goal.
So, as we've seen, building real wealth isn't some lottery ticket. It's a deliberate process. It's an act of construction. Each skill we've talked about is a block in that structure, a solid foundation of strategy, a powerful engine of execution, and a scaling system for leverage, all leading to that apex of lasting financial security.
So, the blueprint is on the table. The question is no longer what to do. The question is, where are you going to start? So take a hard look at your own structure. Which skill, which one of these blocks is the very next one you need to lay down?